I need a thumbnail for this video. Yeah, this one is decent, but it's a little bit stale. I need something more exciting, you know? Yeah, that's more like it. Now we can start the video. What's up guys, it's TBAG and this is episode 3 of the Battlefield 5 Hidden Details series. So as usual, I wasted plenty of hours completely no living in empty servers trying to find some cool details to show you guys, and I think we found some pretty cool ones. Of course, a lot of these come from you guys, so I really appreciate that, and if you know any more details that I should cover next, be sure to mention them in the comment section down below. Anyway, to start things off, let's start with the detail that I used for this thumbnail, which a lot of you probably assume is some sort of clickbait. So, a new map. What am I talking about? Well, let me show you. In this area of the Fjell map, or however you pronounce it, which is by the way the worst map in the game in my opinion, you can find several houses. One of these houses seem to be kind of more important than the others. It looks like some sort of a command post. Anyway, if you go inside this house and look at the table or the wall to your right, you can see this drawing of a map, which is really interesting. Now, you might think, well, what's the big deal? It's a cool detail, sure, but how is this a new map? See, to answer this, we have to go back to Battlefield 1. If you remember correctly, a similar type of map drawings could be found on different places in some of the multiplayer maps. For example, here on Ballroom Blitz, you can see the same type of map drawing. But the cool thing is, this map drawing is actually a real map. It's the Argonne Forest map, so it's possible that the map drawing from Battlefield 5 could be a hint to a new map we will get somewhere down the line. Hey guys, post-editing TBAG here. So I've recorded my script, and while editing the footage, it looks like those two map drawings from Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5 are exactly the same. It's just a reused asset, which is kind of a shame because a subscriber told me about this, and when I looked at it, I got really excited, but it seems to be a false alarm. Unless Argonne Forest was a location in World War I as well as in World War II, but as far as I know, it's not, so I wouldn't count on it. But some of you know history way better than I do, so maybe one of you can let me know down below. Another small possibility is that they will just re-release the Argonne Forest map in Battlefield 5, as it was one of the more popular and beloved maps in Battlefield 1. Kinda like when we got Dragon's Valley for Battlefield 4 with the legacy operations. But again, the chances of this are very slim, this is just speculation. Nevertheless, it's still a cool detail. The next detail I want to show you guys is yet again noticeable in the company menu. In the last details video I showed you that when you alter your soldier's appearance, such as the legs, they react to it. Well, the same kind of thing can be noticed when you alter or change your soldier's weapons. Take a look. You know, kinda like a smile or a nod of approval. Pretty cool. Speaking of facial reactions, check this one out. At first I thought he was gasping for air as he was dying or something horrific like that, you know? But look at his feet, he's just kinda chilling. Okay, but this next one is pretty cool in my opinion. You know that in the multiplayer in Battlefield 5 we have new revive animations. Well, did you know that the same animations can be found in the single player campaign? Apparently, if you kill an enemy, they can actually be revived by their teammates, and usually by the medics as well. That's a pretty cool touch in my opinion, and it adds just a little bit of an extra dimension to the gameplay, but obviously in the single player campaign. Now let's move on to the next detail. But first, a quick word from today's video sponsor, Skillshare. Now, I'm pretty sure most of you know about Skillshare, and I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you use Skillshare, but for the people who don't know, Skillshare is an online learning community with over 25,000 classes, everything ranging from design to business and much more. For example, I just started a class about video editing to make more entertaining videos for you guys. But you can learn so much more with Skillshare, and right now, by using the link down below, the first 500 people can get 2 months for absolutely free, and after that it's just $10 a month. I think it's even less than $10. And premium memberships gives you unlimited access, so you can find classes and communities that fits you the most. So make sure to be amongst the first 500 people to use that link and learn a new skill, whether it be to help your career, you know, to fuel your creative mind, or you just want to learn some new things. Skillshare is the place to do it, so be sure to get that 2-month free trial with the link down below. Anyway, the next detail I want to show you guys is regarding the Stuka, or Stuka, you know, the plane. You know that siren noise they create when diving, which sounds really scary? Well, that sound is created by these so-called Jericho trumpets. These are propeller-driven sirens that produce that sound when diving. The cool thing is, in Battlefield 5 you can actually see these little propellers rotating as the sound is being produced, which is really cool. You know, they could have just added the sound effect when you started to dive with the Stuka, but they also added the visual effect of the propeller spinning, and I really like that. Speaking of which, that sound is not only activated when diving with the Stuka, but also when you shoot one down. When the plane is plummeting towards the ground, you can also hear that siren. Take a listen. Now, another cool audio detail that can be heard is with the bayonet charge. Remember those? Widely used in Battlefield 1, but not so much in Battlefield 5. Anyway, a funny little detail is the extra effort the voice actors put into the screaming, because it's not just screaming, it's a whole lot of profanity. Here, check this.
What's your profanity?
If you don't remember what they sounded like in Battlefield 1, allow me to remind you. As you can see, it's mostly just violently screaming in Battlefield 1 when using the bayonet charge, but like I said, in Battlefield 5 they take it to the next level. Here are some of my favorite screams from Battlefield 5.
Schweinebacke! Ihr Schweine! Ich bring euch um! Schweinebacke! Kommt schon! Sprech dein letztes Gebet!
But don't forget, we also got some whammin', and they go all out when bayonet charging.
To the death! For the killing! Come on! Britannia! Got the bastards! Never surrender! Keine Gnade! Ah! Ihr Schweine! Ah! Sterbt! Tod! Schweinebacke!
Yeah, that's pretty terrifying. Also, I noticed that when triggering the bayonet charge, your whole screen kinda lights up like you are in some sort of a enrage mode, which is pretty cool. It's also in Battlefield 1, but I never noticed it before. Remember those tanks on the map Arras way into the distance? I covered this detail in my last details video, but it turns out they are also to be found on the map Hamada. As you can see, there is clearly a large tank battle going on in the distance. It's pretty difficult to see as an infantry, but with a plane or with the spectator mode it's clearly visible. On the Narvik map there is also a similar type of detail. In the distance you can find these battleships. Well, they are not just sitting there being idle. Turns out they also fire some shells every now and again on some of the houses to the east. You can even see the trajectory of the shell and even the impact. Pretty neat. For the next detail we are going back to the single player campaign. As you know by now, in the campaign there are certain props that you can't really find in the multiplayer. Such as this item right here, a pack of German cigarettes. If you remember correctly, in Battlefield 1's campaign you could also find a pack of German cigarettes, and they were pretty much a direct replica of a real cigarette pack from World War I. Take a look. Well, it looks like it's the same story this time around in Battlefield 5. As you can see, this pack of cigarettes looks very similar to this real-life World War II pack of cigarettes from Germany. That's kind of a cool detail. Now for some smaller details in quick succession. On the map Devastation, in a specific spot, you can find this piano which is still perfectly intact. A cool little audio detail is that when you shoot at it or hit it with a melee weapon, you can hear this piano sound. And staying on this map, if you go inside the church in the center of the map, you can see the church has windows made out of stained glass, like most churches do. Well, the cool thing about these windows is that when the sunlight passes through them, it creates this beautiful colored light on the ground. And when you break the stained glass, the colorful lights goes away as well. Pretty cool. I don't know why all the light disappears all of a sudden, but still. Another detail which could actually be an Easter egg is this flickering light right here, also on the Devastation map, right behind the piano. As you can see, it flickers in what looks like a specific order. It doesn't have the same intervals. Like I said, it could be an Easter egg, but I have absolutely no idea. I'll leave that to the Easter egg hunters. And finally, to end the video, we're gonna take a look at some cool gun details. First things first, a cool detail with some of the medic weapons is that whenever you take them out, you can see your soldier releasing the bolt from the safety position. Take a look. Another interesting detail can be found when reloading the 12 gauge automatic shotgun, aka the Browning Auto 5. For the people who don't know, this semi-automatic shotgun was also in Battlefield 1 and was absolutely dog shit, but that's not the point. What I want you to notice is that when you shoot all rounds from the shotgun and reload it, after you insert the first shell, you press this button to release the bolt, just like in real life. After that, you proceed to load in the remaining shells. But in Battlefield 5 the reload animation is slightly different, and I'm not 100% sure why. Because in Battlefield 5 when you load in those new shells you keep holding down the bolt release button until you're finished. If anyone can tell me why they decided to make the animation do that, please comment down below, because I've seen videos you don't have to hold down the button to insert new shells. So yeah, I'd like to know why. And for the last detail of this video, we're gonna take a look at the Gewehr M95. As most of you probably know, this rifle uses an end block clip to load in new rounds. But did you know that after the 4th shot, when chambering the next round, the end block clip falls from the bottom of the rifle? And you can actually hear that. Take a listen. Not to mention the fact that this time around the correct number of remaining rounds are displayed when reloading the rifle, something that wasn't really the case in Battlefield 1. Anyway guys, that's about it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe with notifications on to never miss an upload. I'll be sure to get back on the grind when it comes to uploading more videos, because I've been kinda slacking. Anyway, thanks for watching and I see you guys next time.